Hello, and welcome to No Blue Box Allowed, the series where we look at all the British sci-fi shows that don't feature a man careering around time and space in a blue police box. And this episode, we're looking at a man out of time in swinging 60s London. So it's like Austin Powers, but without the crap jokes. Mostly. Adamant Lives was produced by legendary figure in the TV industry, Verity Lambert. She had made history as the first female producer at the BBC working on a long-forgotten TV show called Doctor Who. But it was another popular character of the era that Adamant drew its main inspiration from. See if you can work it out.
Bold as a knight in white armor, cold as a shot from a gun.
So like Bond, Adamant is a suave, sophisticated, handsome secret agent serving at Her Majesty's pleasure. But that's really where the similarities end. Bond drives flashy sports cars. Adamant drives a plain Mini Cooper. Bond loves his gadgets. The most sophisticated thing Adamant has is the sword concealed within his cane. And we know Bond loves his ladies. The more old-fashioned Adamant provides a strong juxtaposition with the more sexually liberated 1960s.
Chaperone, you're really that dangerous?
No, it's just you see that I'm...
Good night, Adam.
The man chosen by Verity Lambert to take the titular role of Adamant was English actor Gerald Harper. A theatre actor at heart, Lambert was convinced he would be perfect as the swashbuckling adventurer. And after much persuasion, she eventually convinced him to take the role. Adamant Lives made its UK TV debut on BBC on the 23rd of June 1966. Our story begins in the year 1902, where Adamant, secret agent extraordinaire, finds himself on the trail of villains attempting to assassinate the King of England. But alas, he is betrayed by his fiancée Louise and frozen in time by his arch-nemesis the Face, who will return in future episodes. He is found again some 64 years later, buried under a building site. Staggering out of his hospital bed, Adamant finds himself bewildered by his surroundings, the fashions and the language.
Who are you?
Georgina Jones. You can call me Georgie.
Miss Jones, this masculine attire. Is it part of the madness outside? Some protective disguise, perhaps?
Hey, watch it. This gear cost me a bundle.
This gear cost me a bundle. That is some kind of code.
But he soon adapts and is back to his adventuring ways.
You must find things so different, so strange.
Well, not really, no. Science, of course, has advanced considerably, though not unexpectedly. The only real change is in society, and that's a pity.
But in what way?
Well, in the way that human beings are always changed by their environment. As the machines go faster, so do we, and so does time.
Joining Adam in his adventures is the young and enthusiastic Georgina Georgie Jones, played by actress Juliet Harmer. She's often as much a hindrance as a help to Adam, and there is a sort of standard format to each episode. Adam gets called by the government to do some task. Georgie says she wants to come. Adam says no. She goes anyway. Georgie gets herself in trouble, and Adam has to come and rescue her. She's no Emma Peel. But that's not to say she's afraid to get her hands dirty.
We've got to warn him, Sims.
How, may I ask?
And if that woman's the only one in there, we knock her out and use the radio.
Such blood-curdling simplicity.
Will you knocked out my guard?
I have an aversion to striking women, present company excepted.
Well, I haven't. Come on, Sims.
Actress Juliet Harper has said that it's in the subtext that Georgie has somewhat of a crush on Adam, and that's why she follows him around so devotedly. But there's no sign of any reciprocated feeling from Adam. Not that he would ever let something like that be known anyway. And besides, he's almost 90 years older than her.
You have a job to do.
Yes?
To mature, one hopes, into a lady. Thank you for your hospitality. Goodbye, Miss Jones.
Hey, Adam! Mr. Adamant!
Completing our trio of regulars is Adam's manservant Sims, played by Jack May, probably best remembered by most as the waiter at the restaurant at the end of the universe. Sims was a Punch and Judy man that Adam and Georgie first met on an adventure in Blackpool. He came back with them to serve as Adam's valet, but he still kept his penchant for limericks.
3 queens.
3 kings! That's £6 you owe me. It's better than darts.
Young Georgie's a smart little bag. She claimed that she couldn't play brag. But I got quite a shock when my watch went in hock. She's really a bit of a drag.
Sims!
Sims has a somewhat bickering relationship with Georgie. It's not that he isn't fond of her. It's that she's an agent of chaos in his otherwise structured world. But it is their role to guide Adam, who is sometimes quite naive to just how much the world has changed since his time.
Thank you.
Your flop will be right over to take your order, sir. And I do hope you have a pleasant evening.
Thank you. You're very kind. My what?
Fluffy. Well, they're all very cute.
I would hardly describe the moral disintegration of these young ladies as cute, madam.
Some things never change though, and Adam never misses an opportunity to show off his fencing skills. And there's nothing that Adam loves more than a bout of good old fisticuffs.
The Marquis of Queensberry rules, if you please.
Adamant did, however, have one major weakness.
Sims! Sandra Webb happens to be young, sophisticated and very attractive. Now, what's Adam's big weakness?
Young, sophisticated, very attractive birds.
Is it a sweet naivety? Is it chauvinism? Either way, Adam is completely incapable of understanding that a woman could be a villain. Which is a problem, since nearly every woman he meets turns out to be a villain. But every Bond needs his Blofeld. And in Adam Adamant's case, it's the sinister criminal known as the Face. So the Face is your classic comic book villain. He is the man responsible for freezing Adamant in time, and he is manipulating world events behind the scenes to his advantage. And he always speaks in a raspy whisper.
Adam, Adamant. Next time, there will be no quarter. Where are you? Where you can never reach me.
Will you never have the courage to meet me face to face?
There never was a final showdown between Adamant and the Face, but more on that later. The first season of Adamant Lives was a huge success for the BBC, peaking at 10 million weekly viewers. Adamant's further adventures could be followed in the weekly comic TV21, and it even got its own annual release by the BBC. Series 2, however, is when the wheels started to come off, primarily because it was going head to head with the Avengers on ITV, and there was only going to be one winner there. Despite its cancellation after only 2 series, Adamant Lives retains a cult following to this day. Only 17 of the 29 episodes are still available, another victim of the BBC's junking policy of the 1970s. If you would like to watch Adamant's adventures for yourself, you can track down the official DVD release from the BBC, but the episodes are on YouTube as well. If I were to recommend just one episode, it would be Series 2's Black Echo. When Adamant is sent to investigate a duchess he had known in his previous life. I won't give away the ending, but it's not often that the show tries to tug at your heartstrings, as Adamant is made to reconcile with his past. And if that's still not enough Adamant action for you, as with most British sci-fi shows, Big Finish has you covered with one of its audio productions. But is it sci-fi? I would say not. It definitely falls more under spy espionage thriller. But you know what? I love it, I love it, I love it. And when it's this good, who really cares? Adamant Lives deserves to be seen by a much wider audience. And with that, I'm going to let the catchy theme tune play us out.
If you want love and your years filled with laughter and content ever after, leave this man alone. Leave this man alone.